election, right?
Right.
Which is very important because we want to take back the House and we want to take back the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these here activists are pushing voter rights, right?
Yeah.
But I got to take it all the way back to 2017 and address this. And I want you all to see this. So when people start coming in your activists coming in your face, telling you need to vote this way, you don't need to do it.
Right.
You don't need to get caught up. When we were on Getter today, somebody asked us, well, what about the Black community? Let me tell you something. Diamond and Silk represents themselves. It's up to the Black community to wake up and start speaking up and speaking out.
That's right.
It's not up for us to let you sit and nurse on our breast. We've been here since 2015. Okay?
Yep.
So we don't put out all types of information. So you got to receive it, accept it, is what you're going to have to do.
And get out of denial.
And get out of denial.
Yeah.
I can't go save you. I can't. The only one that can save you is Jesus. I can't go save you because, like I told him today, I may drown trying to save you. We've already told you. We started in 2015 and told you how these Democrats operate.
Right.
We told you about that plantation. You know, you had D.L. Hewley. He thought the plantation was real. He's silly. It's a mindset that keeps people stuck, dependent on something.
Confined in the mind.
Instead of depending on yourself.
That's right.
That's what that slave plantation mentality is.
Confined in the mind.
Confined in the mind.
Keep your behind stuck.
That's right. That's
all it is.
And so I have to talk about it. I have to talk about this here because this needs to be addressed. You need to send it to your Black brothers and sisters, your white brothers and sisters, so you all won't let stuff happen again in this country like this. And the only way that we can reach everybody is show them the history. This is part of history because it was said in 2017. Show the history of what people have said, and now they're pretty much quiet now. That the country is being ruined. The country is being ripped to shreds. Now you don't.
Yeah, your guy ripping it to shreds. Now you ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, you want to be okay. All right, okay. So first of all, her name is Tamika Mallory, is who I'm talking about, and I'm doing it in respect, out of respect. Okay.
Okay.
She is the one that formed the Mission of Women's March. Though she formed, it was a women's march, I believe, back in, was it 2017 or 2018? She was part of that, and she said that the Women's March is to harness the political power of diverse women and their communities to create transformative social change. Women's March is a women-led movement providing intersectional education on a diverse range of issues and creating entry points for new grassroots activists and organizers to engage in their local communities through training, outreach programs, and events. Women's March is committed to dismantling systems of oppression through nonviolent resistance and building inclusive structures guided by self-determination, dignity, and respect. Now, can I say this?
Yes.
Now, this was in 2017 when she said what she said. She said it in 2017. Obama was just in office for 8 years.
For 8 years.
So how is it that all of a sudden women are oppressed? What?
Oh.
You say you want to dismantle systems. Why wasn't the systems dismantled up under Obama? Because he had it for 8 years.
8 years.
8 long years.
Yeah.
You see how that poke holes in that? Okay. All right. So I want to show you all a clip of something. Logan, play clip 1.
I also want to join those who have said thank you to you, not just for having me here today, but also being a sister to me when I needed you during the Women's March planning. I want to publicly thank you for supporting me and just supporting the work that we were doing. You know, it's so many elements to the whole Women's March piece and how we came together like a vacuum of people from so many different backgrounds who did not trust one another, did not know one another. And I see there's Women's March folks here tonight and other family members and friends who have joined. Thank you so much for coming out. First of all, we woke up on November 9th looking at the numbers of who voted for Donald Trump. So when you talk about the trust factor, right there we had a problem. Because the first thing we found out was that 53% of white women who voted for Donald Trump. So we were automatically up against this sad reality that once again, you've betrayed me. You've betrayed us. Why? Because you voted for your own personal reasons, for this person who we knew was dangerous for our communities and dangerous for our world. So for women of color, and particularly black women who we know voted over 90%, 94% for Hillary Clinton, whether we liked her or not. Like, we didn't go to the polls voting for Hillary because we were so excited, but we knew that what was on the other side was too dangerous.
Okay.
Stop right there.
Stop right there. Because see, now, y'all always diamond calm yourself. Don't get all upset. Because see, I'm so happy I wasn't there. Honey, she would have got told off from the crown of her head to the soles of her little feet with her little small self. Now, she want to make it look like that Trump was dangerous.
To her community.
To her community, okay? To her community. Yet, what's dangerous is you and your son living in a country right now up under the Biden regime where he don't give a hoot about the crime rate. It's been alleged that I believe this girl is from New York. But do you know New York, that area, crime rate surged over 38.5%?
Wow.
Under the Biden regime. So it looked like you voted yourself into danger when you voted for Biden.
Danger.
Don't be blaming Trump because you feel dangerous, because you feel like you in danger. Blame yourself.
Right.
Blame some people in the community that knock you upside the head. Blame yourself for wanting to defund the police if you push that issue.
That's right.
You see what I'm talking about?
That's
Sil?
right.
And then, wait a minute, she said something about Hillary Clinton that you didn't really want to vote for. Well, you's a fool. Because why would you vote for somebody that you really didn't want to vote for?
That you really didn't want to vote for.
That's a slave mentality. I don't want to vote for you, but I'm going to go ahead on and vote for you anyway. I know you're crooked. I'm going to go ahead on and vote for you. Now, you want to call President Trump a danger. The one that funded HBCUs. First Step Act, Opportunity Zone, letting people out of prison. But you got crooked Hillary. Her husband signed the crime bill into law, locking your
black folk up. Come on.
By drone.
Woo.
Now, I'm going to be honest though. You see, with all this crime that's taking place, some of you all need to go to jail and not ever get out. I was just reading a story about a father to a daughter, 2 days old, 2 days or 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks old. He took and shot the mother in the head and threw the baby in the river somewhere.
Oh Lord.
Some of you need to be locked up and don't ever get out. If you have that type of mentality. But I don't understand how you gonna blame Trump for feeling like everything is dangerous, but you ain't said nothing about crooked Hillary that done broke up the homes, dismantled the nuclear family. You ain't said nothing about that.
Took money from Haiti.
Yeah, I'm gonna say allegedly with that because I got to know the
organization, the Clinton Foundation.
How you mad? How you mad at Trump? And calling him dangerous.
Right.
Now, go ahead.
And now, let me just break this down, because one thing that we did know about Trump, especially during that particular period, is that he was a baller and a shot caller.
That's right. Now, here's what people like Tamika Mallory want to say. Oh, what about the Central Five? Well, let's go back to that time. I probably was in my 20s around that time. It wasn't just President Trump speaking out about the Central Park Five. Everybody was outraged. Even black people wanted to see them boys locked up.
Yes.
And the key thrown away.
So
you can't blame that on President Trump. What about crooked, wrinkled Hillary Clinton?
What about her?
What about her siding with Margaret Sanger, and Margaret Sanger wanted to exterminate the black community?
Exterminate.
See, I got to show y'all who is leading y'all astray, and y'all following like sheep being led to a slaughter. In my opinion.
And here's another sick thing that a lot of black people like to stay stuck on. They like to stay stuck on the Central Five. 5 black boys. Well, what about all of the black men that's been locked up
Mhm.
because of that 1994 crime bill.
No, she gonna say nothing about that.
Uh-huh.
Because she said whether you like Hillary or not, you should have
Yeah.
voted for her.
Yeah.
No.
Now, Hillary Clinton